carefully and answer the questions given below. So, here they are saying that the percentage of marks scored by a student in 5 subjects are given below. So, there are 5 subjects. So, I will change the color of the pen. We were loving green color, no? So, yeah, let me go with green color only. Okay. So, here what they are saying, there are 5 subjects. Marks of 5 subjects is given, right? What are those subjects? Maths, Science, Computer, English and Hindi. These are the 5 subjects given, right? And they are also telling that each exam is for a total of how many marks? 50 marks. Each exam is for a total of 50 marks, right? Okay. Now let us go and see the percentage given. Okay. If you observe this portion, okay, this is computers. You can see the symbol here. Yes, this is computers, and computers is how much? 78%. Computers is 78%. So, yes, always remember when you read the question, reading this is important. Whether the data is given in percentage or the data is given in degrees. Okay. Here the information is given in percentage. So, we are going to take that percentages. Okay. Next, observe this. Where is this? So, here this represents maths. Okay. This represents computers. This represents maths, and maths is how much? 60%. Right? Yes. Next, this is Hindi. Hindi subject. The percentage of marks got by the students in Hindi subject is how much? 85%. Right? Then, what is this? This is English. English subject how much? 30%. Okay? And last, this is Science. Science how much? It's 80%. Cool? This is the data which is given. Okay? Now, let us go and solve the questions. So, in the question, what it is given? Calculate the marks scored by the student in Science. Marks scored by the student in which subject? Science. Okay. Let us go and see in Science how much percentage the student got? 80%. Yes. 80% of what marks? Total marks for that subject. What is the total marks for that subject? This is percentage of marks the student got is 80%. Now, total marks for Science is how much? Is 50 marks, no? Each exam is a 50 marks. So, for Science also, the total marks for Science is 50. 50. Yes. Now, an ordinary student or a general student who is not preparing for the examination or who is not in deep practice, how they do this question? Let us see. See, we have to calculate 80% of 50. Yes. So, they generally do this way. 80 by 100 into 50. Then 50 ones are 50 twos are. Again 2 ones are 2 fours are 40. So, answer is 40. Yes. This is how a regular student does the question. If you do not practice, but how does a smart student do it? Let us see how does a smart student do it. So, we need 80% of 50. Yes. See, we all know 80% of 100 is how much? 80% of 100 is 80. Then 80% of 50 will be half of 80. It's 40. Yes. Are you all with me? Is the point clear? Rather than taking 80% of 50, what I took is, if 80% of 100 is 80, 80% of 50 will be, 50 is half of 100. So obviously 80% of 50 will be half of 80. Yes, half of 80 is 40. Yes. Are you able to understand how we can interpret the data, how we can, simplify the content? Yes. So option number D, 40 is the correct answer. Yes. Hope you all understood this. Right. Shall we go to the next question? Next question. What is the percentage of marks scored by the student in science and mathematics? Here, they are asking for the percentage of marks scored by the student in what? Both science and maths. Right? How can we do this? Again, I'll tell you, if you do not practice questions, what you will do? You can do one thing here. It's any of the data is very simple. So, we'll do it this way only. See, take science. In science, how much marks? 80%. Yes. 80% of 50 plus maths. Maths, if you see, it's 60% of 50. Right? Yes. And they're asking what percentage? Take this value. 80% of 50, how we have done in the previous question. 80% of 100 is 80, then 80% of 50 is 40. Yes. Plus 60% of 100 is 60. Then 60% of 50 is half of 60. Half of 60 is 30. Yes, we get 70. And this will be 70%. Why this is 70%? How do we take percentages? Total marks obtained by the students in both the subjects by total marks of both the subjects. Total marks of both the subjects is 50 plus 50, 100, right? 50 plus 50, 100 into 100. You are getting my point? This and this will always get cancelled. So, it will be 70%. So, anyhow we know that it's 100. I did not calculate further. I told you it is directly 70%. Yes. So, option B, 70% is the correct answer. Okay. Option B, 70% is the correct answer. Yes. Are you all with me? Question number 3. What is the average of marks scored by the student? They wanted to find out the average of marks scored by the student. Okay. How can you take the average of marks scored by the student? Yes. Now, those students who did not practice such kind of questions, they tend to do this in this way. Let us take average is nothing but sum of all the marks by number of subjects, right? Sum of all the marks by number of subjects. So, when generally how they do, you see, they'll take 78% of 50 plus 60% of 50 plus so on 30% of 50. Yes, that's how they start calculating all percentages. Then they'll come to a conclusion. Okay. But we don't require to use all these things. Yes. How can we do? Directly you will be observing this chart. Take 7. See, first we'll go from here. 60%, half of 60% is how much? Half of 60% is 30. Plus half of 30% is 15. Plus half of 80% is 40. Plus half of 85% is how much? 42.5. Plus half of 78% if you take it's 39. They are asking average by number of subjects. 5. Done. Khel khatam. Yes. Yes, you are getting my point here. What I have done, why did I take all half values? Already in first and second questions I explained you why I am taking all half values. Okay. Sum up 30 plus 10, 40 plus 40, 80, 80 plus 40 is 120, 120 plus 30 is 150. Yes, fine. Plus, here 9 plus 5 is 14, 14 plus 2.5 is 16.5. Am I right? So, it will be 150 plus 16.5. So, it's 166.5. Am I doing it correct? Please check. Again, let us see. 30 plus 10 is 40. 40 plus 40 is 80. 80 plus 40 is how much? 80 plus 40 is 120. Right? 120 plus 30 is 150. Cool. Next, 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 plus 9. 7 plus 9 is how much? 16. 16.5. Right? By 5. So, if you take 5 3 times is 15. Check the options. Okay, all are starting with 3. Again 5 3 times is 15. See the options? Yeah, only one option if you can see, which is 33. So, option B 33.30 is the correct answer. Option B 33.30 is the correct answer. Yes, done? Clear? Next question. Question number 4. See this. What does it say in the question? What is the sum of marks scored by the student in Hindi and mathematics? They are asking sum of marks, yes, scored by the student in which subjects? Hindi and mathematics, right? Okay, simple. Take Hindi value, marks value, that's all, no? Where is Hindi? 85%, half of 85% is 42.5, half of 85 is 42.5. That is the marks in Hindi. Plus, max, where is max? 60, yes, half of 60 is how much? 30. So, 42.5 plus 30 is how much? It's 75 point, am I right? Sorry, 42.5 plus 30 is 72.5. Yes, option C 72.5 is the correct answer. Are you all with me?